DaBaby says that he was worried that guy was gonna shoot him, so he draws a gun as well. He draws his firearm and shoots and hits one of those other guys and then hangs out.
I know if y'all had proof of me robbing somebody, we wouldn't even be talking. Y'all would have cuffed me, I would be charged with it. That's what I know, bro.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. He had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
P. Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. All lies will be exposed, that's all.
From running the streets to ruling the charts, DaBaby once embodied everything raw and untouchable about gangster rap. But now, scandals, backlash, and a career that's barely holding on. What really happened? Is it the industry's ruthless machine at play, or is DaBaby's downfall his own making?
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. He had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
Is this the cost of fame, or is it something far darker? Let's unravel how one of hip-hop's toughest stars became a walking punchline.
Straight, what it do, man? First of all, bruh, talk to me. Is you wearing the Huggies, bro? These the lies. See, look, today I ain't got on the Huggies. I had the Huggies on the other day. Today I got on the pull-ups. I'm a big boy today.
DaBaby, whose real name is Jonathan Lindell Kirk, rose to fame as a rapper who lived by his street-smart persona. His raw talent and unfiltered energy earned him a spot among hip-hop's elite, and his early days were filled with a buzz that felt unstoppable. Known for his fearless attitude and fiery beats, DaBaby didn't just enter the rap game, he dominated it. But as with many high-profile artists, his journey has been a roller coaster of triumphs, controversies, and personal challenges.
Bro, it ain't nothing nice about me. Like, when I don't like you, like, I want you to die. Like, it's different. Like, you can't diss me and it ain't gonna work like that.
DaBaby was born on December 22nd, 1991 in Cleveland, Ohio. At 6, his family moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, where he grew up and attended Vance High School, now known as Julius L. Chambers High School. After graduating in 2010, he briefly attended the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, but college wasn't where his heart was. Music, it turned out, was his real calling. Inspired by legends like Eminem, 50 Cent, and Lil Wayne, DaBaby found himself drawn to the rhythm and raw storytelling of hip-hop. However, his journey to the top didn't start with instant fame. It began with a grind that only a few artists endure, releasing mixtapes and hustling to get noticed. In 2014 and 2015, DaBaby made a bold move toward a career in music. His first mixtape, Non-Fiction, came out in 2015, marking the beginning of his rise. This was quickly followed by a series of releases including God's Work, Baby Talk, and Back on My Baby Jesus-ish. Initially, he performed under the moniker Baby Jesus, but he later changed it to DaBaby to avoid any unintended controversy.
Do it.
Baby Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Define that for me, for the audience, please.
You know, it was God-given. You know, it's more so about me and my purpose, you know, and me understanding why I've been put in the position that I've been put in, you know, why I've been given the platform I've been given.
As DaBaby continued releasing mixtapes, his name began to circulate in rap circles, especially in North Carolina. He performed in clubs, often commanding attention with his bold stage presence and undeniable charisma. One person who noticed his potential was Arnold Taylor, the CEO of South Coast Music Group. Taylor, who was building his label, saw DaBaby as a star in the making. With Taylor's guidance, DaBaby's career began to take shape. Taylor connected him with Jay-Z's Rock Nation, which supported the release of DaBaby's 2018 mixtape Blank Blank. This project put him on the map, setting the stage for major label interest. DaBaby eventually signed a deal with Interscope Records, giving him the platform to elevate his career further. 2019 marked DaBaby's breakout year. His debut studio album, Baby on Baby, was released in March and featured collaborations with rap heavyweights like Offset and Rich Homie Quan. The album debuted at number 25 on the Billboard 200 chart, while the single Suge became a massive hit. climbing into the Billboard Hot 100's top 10.
Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO, shoot.
DaBaby's fiery delivery and infectious beats quickly made him a household name. That same year, he was featured on XXL's Freshman Class cover, a coveted honor for rising stars in hip-hop. By the time his second album, Kirk, dropped in August 2019, DaBaby had proven himself as one of the genre's most promising talents. Kirk debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, solidifying DaBaby's spot at the top of the rap game. Hits like Bop showcased his knack for blending catchy hooks with relentless energy. By the end of 2019, DaBaby had an astounding 22 entries on the Billboard Hot 100, further cementing his dominance in the industry. 2020 saw DaBaby's influence grow even more. His third studio album, Blame It On Baby, debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. The album's lead single, Rockstar, featuring Roddy Ricch, became a cultural phenomenon, staying at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for weeks. DaBaby's rise to fame kept picking up speed. He teamed up with big names like Jack Harlow, Megan Thee Stallion, and Pop Smoke, proving he could mix it up with different styles. When he released the deluxe version of Blame It On Baby, fans couldn't wait to check out the new tracks. His knack for staying in the spotlight and keeping up with the constantly changing music scene showed just how talented and hardworking he really is.
Oh Lord, Jesse made another one. Huh? Packing the mail, it's gone.
But as DaBaby rose to fame, whispers began to emerge. Industry insiders started asking, why him? Why now? Some claimed it wasn't just his talent, it was the price he was willing to pay to play the game. Connections to industry titans like Diddy fueled speculation. Was this the normal trajectory of a star? Or was DaBaby entering the darker side of fame?
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020.
Before DaBaby became a household name, he made headlines for an entirely different reason. In 2017, he wore a literal diaper to South by Southwest, claiming it was a genius marketing stunt.
Marketing guru, man. Not even that I wanted to be DaBaby. We had just switched the rap name. You get what I'm saying? And which I had already put tons and tons of hours and dollars in the marketing what the rap name was.
In any case, before all this, DaBaby was a renowned gangsta. Before DaBaby became one of the most recognizable names in the music industry, his life and career were already marked by a string of controversies that would eventually follow him into stardom, from a fatal shooting before his big break to a series of public altercations and viral moments. DaBaby's story is as much about his career as it is about his controversies. In October 2018, DaBaby was thrust into the public eye for reasons far removed from music. Inside a Walmart in Huntersville, North Carolina, a deadly altercation occurred that left 19-year-old Jalen Dominique Craig dead. DaBaby claimed that Craig and another man had tried to rob him while threatening his family, forcing him to act in self-defense. Initially charged with unalivement, the charges were later reduced to a misdemeanor for carrying a concealed weapon after security footage supported his claim. Although he walked away from the incident without significant legal repercussions, the shadow of the event loomed large, and it became a defining moment in his public persona. By 2020, DaBaby had become a household name with hits like Suge and collaborations with major artists, but his offstage behavior kept raising eyebrows. In January of that year, he was detained after being implicated in the robbery and assault of a music promoter in Miami. Reports suggested that the promoter had shorted him $10,000 for a performance, paying only $20,000 of the $30,000 fee. DaBaby and his team allegedly responded by physically attacking the man and taking his phone, credit card, and $80 in cash. Though he was eventually charged with battery rather than robbery, the incident painted a troubling picture of how DaBaby handled disputes, and his brief stint in jail only added to his growing list of controversies. Just months later, DaBaby was in hot water again, this time for an incident at a concert in Tampa. As he was making his way to the stage, he slapped a female fan who had been holding her phone's flashlight too close to his face. The crowd immediately turned on him, booing him off the stage before he could even perform. DaBaby later issued an apology on Instagram, claiming he couldn't see the fan and would have reacted the same way regardless of her gender. However, the damage was done, and the incident further tarnished his reputation. As if his behavior weren't controversial enough, DaBaby managed to stir up political backlash in August 2020 when he endorsed Kanye West's presidential campaign. West had tweeted a nod to DaBaby's famous ad-libs, and the rapper responded with an enthusiastic endorsement, tweeting that he would vote for Kanye. The statement was met with widespread criticism, with many accusing DaBaby of using his platform irresponsibly during a highly charged election season. While his fans debated whether his comment was a joke or genuine support, it added yet another layer of controversy to his public image. Not long after, DaBaby found himself entangled in a high-profile feud that many found puzzling. In early 2021, Megan Thee Stallion fans turned on him when Tory Lanez teased a collaboration with the rapper. Lanez had been charged with felony assault after allegedly shooting Megan in the feet during a July 2020 incident. While Megan and DaBaby had previously worked together on several successful tracks, his decision to collaborate with Lanez angered many of her supporters. The situation escalated when DaBaby officially appeared on Lanez's song Scat in June 2021, leading to accusations of disloyalty and insensitivity. Perhaps one of the strangest controversies in DaBaby's career came in February 2021 when he released a remix of the song Beatbox and mentioned JoJo Siwa, a child star and Nickelodeon personality, in the lyrics. While the mention wasn't overtly negative, the internet quickly reacted, interpreting it as a bizarre and unnecessary dig at the young entertainer. DaBaby defended himself on social media, claiming his words were taken out of context and that his daughter was actually a big fan of Siwa. Despite his explanation, the backlash highlighted how easily DaBaby's wordplay could backfire. The most damaging controversy of DaBaby's career unfolded in July 2021 during his set at Rolling Loud Miami. In the middle of his performance, he made homophobic remarks that were widely condemned. He told the audience to put their phone lights in the air if they didn't have HIV/AIDS or other STDs and made explicit comments about gay men.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if you like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas, lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
The backlash was immediate and intense, with fans, fellow artists, and activists calling out his ignorance and insensitivity. Despite his initial attempts to defend his remarks, several major music festivals dropped him from their lineups, including Lollapalooza and Austin City Limits. Although he later issued an apology, the damage to his reputation was undeniable, and his remarks became a major talking point in discussions about homophobia in hip-hop. Just as the fallout from the Rolling Loud controversy was beginning to subside, DaBaby found himself in yet another legal battle. In February 2022, he and his entourage were caught on camera brawling with Brandon Curry, the brother of his ex-girlfriend Danny Lay, at a bowling alley in California. The footage showed DaBaby and his crew attacking Curiel on the slippery lanes, and Curiel later filed a lawsuit claiming the assault caused him severe physical and psychological harm. DaBaby defended his actions, stating that he acted in self-defense, but the public perception of his behavior took another hit. A few months later, in April 2022, DaBaby was linked to a shooting outside his home in Troutman, North Carolina. A man reportedly trespassed onto his property, leading to an altercation in which the intruder was shot in the leg. DaBaby called 911 to report the incident and later posted a cryptic message on Instagram suggesting he had chosen not to fatally harm the trespasser. While no charges were filed against him, the incident reignited conversations about his penchant for controversy and his apparent comfort with violence. Adding fuel to the fire, DaBaby released the song Boogeyman in September 2022, which included lyrics claiming he had been intimate with Megan Thee Stallion. The track also referenced the shooting involving Tory Lanez, further stirring the pot in an already tense situation.
You play with me, that the day before she say the Tory Lanez shot, I was in the stag.
Critics accused DaBaby of exploiting sensitive events for clout, while his fans defended him as simply telling his truth. Regardless of the intent, the song sparked another wave of criticism and highlighted his ongoing willingness to provoke controversy. Despite these challenges, DaBaby remained determined to keep his career afloat. In March 2022, he released a collaborative mixtape with Youngboy Never Broke Again. Later that year, he dropped his fourth studio album, Baby on Baby 2. While it didn't reach the same heights as his earlier work, it showed that DaBaby was still in the game. What sets DaBaby apart from many rappers is his unique flow. Charles Holmes of Rolling Stone once described it as a machine gun flow, with DaBaby delivering syllables with precision that often seems ahead of the beat. Tracks like Suge exemplify this rapid-fire style, which has become one of his trademarks. DaBaby has often credited artists like Future, Kanye West, and Lil Wayne as his influences, praising their ability to push the boundaries of rap. Critics like Jeff Weiss of The Guardian have likened DaBaby's inventive visuals and witty lyricism to legends like Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott, further highlighting his creative edge. Behind the fame, DaBaby's personal life has been marked by both joy and heartbreak. He is a father to 3 daughters and a stepson, often expressing pride in his role as a parent. However, he has faced significant losses. Shortly after the release of his debut album, DaBaby's father passed away, a tragedy that deeply impacted him. His second album, Kirk, serves as a tribute to his late father, with the album cover featuring a touching photo of them together. In 2020, DaBaby suffered another devastating loss when his brother Glenn Johnson died by his side. The pain of losing a sibling added another layer of complexity to DaBaby's life, but he has often spoken about finding strength in his faith. DaBaby's relationships have also drawn public attention. His romance with singer DaniLeigh was a hot topic, especially after the two welcomed a child together. Their public breakup in 2021 made headlines and sparked debates about their tumultuous dynamic. DaBaby's political views have also been a point of contention. In 2020, he expressed support for Kanye West's presidential campaign. And in 2024, he endorsed Donald Trump. These endorsements sparked mixed reactions, with some fans questioning his motives while others praised his boldness.
With Trump or no?
Do I now? Hell yeah.
Oh, man. What made
Trump is a gangster.
DaBaby's troubles began long before he became a household name. In 2018, he was involved in a shooting at a Walmart in Huntersville, North Carolina. Claiming self-defense, DaBaby faced scrutiny, though charges were ultimately dropped. The incident didn't derail his career, but it left a lasting shadow, especially as it resurfaced during a 2022 shooting incident at his estate in Troutman, North Carolina. While DaBaby maintains his innocence, these episodes have become part of the narrative that defines his turbulent rise. If the legal issues weren't enough, DaBaby's behavior during live performances has also drawn ire. One infamous incident occurred in Tampa, Florida, where he slapped a female fan. DaBaby later cited intrusive filming as the reason, but the damage was done. Public outrage forced the rapper to address his actions, yet it marked another blemish on his public image. DaBaby's personal life also added to the drama when he was involved in a violent altercation with DaniLeigh's brother at a bowling alley in Los Angeles. The shocking footage of the fight spread rapidly, leaving fans and critics alike questioning DaBaby's ability to avoid conflict. Despite his controversies, DaBaby has worked to establish himself as more than a solo artist. His record label, $1 Billion Baby Entertainment, has become a platform for geeing new talent. While this move showcases his ambition to build a legacy, the scandals surrounding his name often threaten to overshadow these positive efforts. In recent years, DaBaby's connection to Sean Diddy Combs has sparked both excitement and suspicion. At first glance, the partnership seemed like a rap world dream. Diddy, a mogul known for crafting superstars, appeared to be an ideal mentor for DaBaby. However, whispers of a darker dynamic between the two began circulating, raising eyebrows across the industry. Rumors suggest that Diddy's treatment of DaBaby wasn't as collaborative as fans initially thought. Instead, it's alleged that Diddy may have exploited the rising star, treating him more like a pawn than a protege. Though there's no concrete proof to back these claims, the very suggestion is enough to stir controversy. For a rapper like DaBaby, who built his reputation on authenticity and resilience, such rumors could be damaging. DaBaby added fuel to the fire during a 2020 interview, where he recounted a bizarre experience at one of Diddy's infamous parties. Held at Diddy's mansion, the star-studded event included appearances from A-listers like Beyonce and Jay-Z.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. He had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know,
right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
What started as a glamorous gathering soon took a turn that left DaBaby unsettled. As the night wore on and the crowd thinned, DaBaby described feeling increasingly uncomfortable. Diddy's behavior, he claimed, became overly familiar, invading personal boundaries in ways that felt inappropriate. According to DaBaby, Diddy even draped an arm around him, creating a chilling atmosphere. The tension escalated when Diddy allegedly cleared the room, leaving only a select group of attendees, including Beyonce and Jay-Z. While what transpired behind closed doors remains a mystery, DaBaby's account, coupled with his visibly shaken demeanor, suggested that the experience was far from ordinary. Diddy's parties have long been the subject of speculation. DaBaby's revelations echo similar stories from other young artists who have worked with the mogul. For instance, Usher once recounted unsettling experiences at Puffy Flavor Camp, a retreat Diddy organized for young talent. More recently, Young Miami described an uncomfortable encounter with Diddy that left fans questioning his intentions. Rumors of inappropriate behavior have become part of Diddy's mystique, casting a shadow over his otherwise gangsta reputation. For DaBaby, these rumors present a double-edged sword. On one hand, his association with Diddy offers access to industry connections and opportunities that most artists could only dream of. On the other, the whispers of exploitation and manipulation threaten to undermine everything he's worked for. In the rap game, reputation is paramount. It's not just about talent, it's about authenticity, resilience, and the ability to command respect. When fans and industry insiders began to see DaBaby as a pawn in Diddy's game, his street cred took a significant hit. The implications were far-reaching, potentially affecting his career trajectory and his place in hip-hop history. Critics have argued this wasn't just bad PR, it was the industry turning one of its stars into a joke. But why? To teach him a lesson? Or because he played a game he couldn't control? Despite his initial success, DaBaby's fall from grace was swift. Fans and fellow artists alike began questioning his credibility. Was it the scandals, the industry politics, or something deeper? And most importantly, can DaBaby ever recover from this? Only time will tell. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.